That's mercy to understand Krishna's incarnations. Hena Krishna Chandera Durjena Avatara Kana Kripavine Hara Shakti Jarivara. Krishna's incarnation. Hena Krishna Chandrera Durgneya Avatar. Durgneya Avatar means Durgneya means very difficult. Durgneya. Jnana Durgneya. Jnana Gneya. Gneya means the thing to be understood. Durgneya means very difficult to be understood. Kana Kripa Vine. Without his mercy, it is very difficult. Para Shakti Janivara. So to understand his power, who has the power to understand them without his mercy? Dana Karak Shakti Janivara. The pastimes of Krishna are completely incomprehensible for people who are overwhelmed by the knowledge acquired through their material senses. Material scholars do not accept the Lord of all energies and incarnations of Vishnu. Krishna as a source of the omnipotent four-handed Narayana, rather they consider him a political hero and an ordinary historical descendant of the Yadu dynasty. In other words, rather than understanding Krishna as absolute truth and cause of all causes, because of their material conception, they consider him an ordinary living entity with a material form and one of various objects of material enjoyment. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, appears in this world, all the occasional Leela avatars combine in his form. This fact is also extremely incomprehensible. Without the mercy of Krishna, one can never understand the signs of Krishna by his own endeavor. Only that person to whom Krishna Chandra has mercifully revealed his pastimes has attained the fortune to worship him. In this regard, one may discuss the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.3 that begins Jnane Prayasam Udapasanam. So, Yeshla Vishwanath Chakravarti, here Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says it is very difficult to understand Krishna with one's own material conceptions. Athak Shri Krishna Namadi na bhaved grayam indriye. The verse goes like this. Athak Shri Krishna Namadi. To understand Krishna, Nama, his pastimes, his features, his devotees. Sometimes we think, who are really the devotees? One who chants Krishna's name is a devotee first. How to identify a devotee? One who has the desire to chant the holy name of Krishna is a devotee. By some circumstances, he is not able to chant the holy name of Krishna. Will you call him a non-devotee? Then Srila Prabhupada says, he has a faith to chant the holy name, but circumstantially is not able to do. Like somebody has a very small baby, wants to chant, but is not able to chant. So she chants in the mind, or sometimes maybe like talking to the child. Then you will call that person non-devotee. The desire is there, the opportunity will come. At least the desire is there. One who accepts Krishna as a Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is a devotee. So how to identify a devotee? First thing, he accepts Krishna as a Supreme. Second, he loves to chant the holy name of Krishna. At least he has a faith in the holy name of Krishna. And who is a devotee? One who loves to follow the Shastras is a devotee. One who loves to follow the rules and regulations. But sometimes a person doesn't know what are the rules and regulations. But at least he is not anti towards that. He likes it. If he is told, he will do it. That means his heart is very soft, ready to accept everything belonging to Krishna. So that is the characteristic of a devotee. And in that, again, there are levels. There is a Kanishta, there is a Madhyama, there is a Uttama. A Kanishta is one who has love for the deities, but still he is not so friendly with other devotees. He doesn't mix with other devotees. Madhyama is one who loves the deities, who differentiates between devotee and non-devotee. He sees how this one is a devotee, this one is non-devotee. He likes to be friendly with the devotees. He avoids the non-devotees. Uttama is one who doesn't differentiate. He sees everybody as part and parcel of Krishna. So he doesn't differentiate between a devotee and a non-devotee. In fact, he can mix with everyone very nicely. And because of his influence, that he can, and because of him, he can even, because of his strong sadhana, he can influence even a non-devotee to become a devotee. That is a power. So, Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's devotees cannot be understood by our own endeavor. Atha Shri Krishna Namadi na bhaved grayam indriyahi. With our indriya, with our logics, very difficult to understand. Sevon mukhahi jivado swayameva spurtiyataha. If he is interested in service, Krishna automatically reveals to him. So in this way, there's a verse which has been put from 10th canto, 14th chapter, 3rd verse. This is Brahma's prayers. Jnane prayasam udapasanamante eva jivanti sanparitam bhavadiyavartham sthani sita shutigatam tanuvan manobhyarya praya sojito aditopi asitri lokyam. Very wonderful verse which has to be memorized. Jnane prayasam udapasanamante eva. For this line, there is an example. You have an empty husk. Inside grain has been removed. The husk is empty. But since this foolish person is trying to beat the husk, what will he get? Nothing. In the same way, with our knowledge, if we try to understand bhakti, we'll never understand it. Our mundane knowledge will never allow us to understand what is the glory of devotional service. But on the contrary, what it is, Sanmukharitam bhavadiya vartam. If we hear Sanmukharitam from the mouth of the pure devotees, it is very easy to understand what is bhakti. That is why bhakti is a science. It is not so easy to be understood by our own endeavor. You cannot just take a book and start reading and understanding everything. No. It has to be taught. Bhakti is a process. Bhakti comes from the disciplic succession. And bhakti is understood by our service. The more we serve, the more we can understand. Tanmukaritam bhavadiya vartam. Sthane sthita. Be situated wherever you are. You don't have to change any ashram. A grahastha need not pack a bag and just renounce and then think, okay, after renunciation only I can understand. You be wherever you are. In fact, you can make everybody a devotee. Everyone loves devotion. Who doesn't like? Everybody likes. But there are a few who don't want to accept it. That is their problem. But technically, everyone is a devotee. Some accept it, some doesn't accept it. And there is no age. Every age accepts. For every age, there is a devotional service. You cannot say, let me become big and then let me become old. Let me grow up. No. In every age, a person can chant the holy name of Krishna. So, Sanmukharitam bhavadiya vartam sthane sita shutikatam tanuan manobhir ye prayaso jito ajitopi asti. You can bound that ajita. You can conquer him. Ajitaha jitaha. Ajitaha means one who is unconquerable. That unconquerable one can be conquered by your devotion. It's the power of devotion. This power of devotion to bind him, to conquer him is also given by Krishna. He loves to be conquered by his devotees. Just see how wonderful is Krishna. Everybody shows his pride by conquering others, but Krishna shows his pride by being conquered by the devotees. And in that he takes pride. He takes the pride to be bound by the devotees. He takes the pride to be conquered by the devotees. But he doesn't give himself so freely to everyone. That choice is done by Srimati Radharani. She allows a person to conquer Krishna. It is only by her mercy. So here mercy of Krishna has been given. Actually, it is mercy of Krishna Chandra Gaura Sundara. Without his mercy, one cannot bind Krishna. अचिन्त्यगम्यः कृष्णावतार लीला से Brahma Bhagavate आपने कैला. So in the Bhagavatam, Lord Brahma concludes the pastimes of Krishna's incarnations, that they are inconceivable, inaccessible, very difficult to understand avatars. Sometimes just go through the Dashavataras, especially in Amarchita Katha. Oh, this is a Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar, Varaha Avatar, Parashurama Avatar. We could just go on telling. But the purpose of coming, why he has taken such mood, same Krishna, he is non-different. Every incarnation is non-different from Krishna. That is why very difficult to understand. Especially when a person is in the neophyte state. They think that why we are only Krishna Bhaktas. We don't have to do anything with other avatars. That is why very difficult to understand. Avatars are non-different from Krishna. If they see Vishnu lying, they see a deity lying, oh, this is Vishnu. They'll not even think about paying obeisances. We are only Krishna Bhaktas. Now it so happened we went to Boisar. There was an astrologer who had come. He said here Lakshmi Narsimha Vigraha should be established. And Lakshmi Narsimha should be worshipped. There is the Vigraha of Yoga Narsimha there. He said you keep Lakshmi Narsimha, or at least while we worshipping the Yoga Narsimha, somebody else's deity is there. He told to Pujari, while worshipping Yoga Narsimha, you just think of Lakshmi there. Lakshmi is there with Narsimha. And Lakshmi hum nahi dikhte hain. Arey, what is this? I was just thinking, why are you talking like this? Who is Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi? She is none other than Radharani. But what happens is, with our limited intelligence, it is only a rasa bheda, bas rasa. When Krishna appears as Narayana, Lakshmi, Narsimha, same Radharani takes the mood of Lakshmi, showing hatred to Lakshmi. After 1 hour, he comes and says, "Mere paas paisa thoda sa atak gaya hai, iska kya karna chahiye?" I was just thinking, you're not worshipping Lakshmi. You don't have bhava for Lakshmi, and you're asking why the Lakshmi is not there with you. Lakshmi refers to the opulence. Lakshmi is Radharani who is giving opulence to the devotees so that they can serve Krishna very nicely with the devotees. So if we have the tiraskara bhava towards Lakshmi, it is wrong thing. It is same Srimati Radharani who appears as Lakshmi when Krishna appears as Narayana. So when Mother Yashoda saw the universe within the mouth of her son, she offered her obeisances to him as follows. I offer my respects to the form of the inconceivable and unmanifest, who is without qualities, but who is the soul of all qualities. The form holding all the universe is Supreme Brahma. Lord Brahma also declares that Lord's pastimes are inconceivable and incomprehensible in the 10th canto, 14th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So very clearly Brahmaji says, very difficult to understand Krishna. Even Mother Yashoda, when she sees the mouth of Krishna, she says, oh, so many forms. Very difficult to understand. So there is a verse put from 10th canto, 14th chapter, 21st verse. Ko vetti bhuman bhagavan paratman yogeshwar rote bhavatas trilokyam kva katham va kati va kadeti vistarayam Tridashi Yogamaya. O Supreme Great One, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Super Soul, Master of all mystic power, your pastimes are taking place continuously in these 3 worlds. But who can estimate where, how, and when you are employing your spiritual energy and performing these innumerable pastimes? No one can understand the mystery of how your spiritual energy acts. Yogamaya. The 2 energies of Krishna, Yogamaya, Mahamaya. Yogamaya helps in Krishna's pastimes. When Krishna appears, he takes Yogamaya Ashritaha. He takes the shelter of Yogamaya. And that is how Krishna appears. But when Mahamaya acts, she makes the conditioned soul forget Krishna. Yogamaya helps in the pastimes of Krishna. When Krishna has to appear in the appearance of Krishna, she helps. So in the three worlds, it happens continuously. That is why one should not say, one should not tell a pastime in the past tense. He liked, no, he likes. Krishna likes butter. Krishna liked butter. Mother Yashoda ran. Mother Yashoda is running behind Krishna. Krishna loves butter. Because it is happening. This Leela is continuously happening in some or the other Brahmanda. Maybe in our Brahmanda, that is over. But in every Brahmanda, so many Brahmandas, where this Leela is happening, we don't know. So Krishna's Leela are achintya, very difficult to understand. Krishna's Leelas are continuously happening. After Lord Krishna smashed the pride of Brahma, who had stolen the calves of Brahma, of Braja, Brahma offered prayers to Lord Krishna, including the above verse from Bhagavatam. So Brahma Vimoha Leela. Brahma is put in complete illusion. Because Brahma thought of stealing the calves and the gopas and then testing whether this person is really Krishna or what. But what did Krishna do? He expanded himself to as many calves and as many gopas. And for 1 year till the next Balram Jayanti, because it took it is a fraction of a second for Brahma to see from this place and that place. That fraction of second is equivalent to 1 year of our earthly calculation. So now here when Brahmaji sees where is Krishna, he is also completely mesmerized. He is in complete illusion. It is a shock for him that I have locked the calves and the gopas in the caves, but here I am seeing Krishna sitting with all the cowherd boys, and there are cows which have been tied. So who is this Krishna? So this is Brahma Vimoha Leela which happens. Sridhar Swami explains that this verse was spoken by Brahma to counteract the following doubts. Why does the supremely independent Lord appear in the low-born species like Matsya? Why does the Lord exhibit the humble act of begging in his Vamana incarnation? Why did Krishna run away from the battle? By addressing the Lord as Bhuman, Bhuman, it is understood that Lord is incomprehensible. Ko vetti Bhuman, Ko vetti means who can understand you, Krishna? Bhagavan Paratman, you are the super soul. Paratman, you are the super soul who is residing in everyone's heart. You are Bhagavan, Ati Bhagyavan Bhagavan with all opulences. Paratman, you are the cause of all the causes. Nobody can understand your pastimes. And you are the basis of all your unmanifest pastimes. You are full of opulences. That's what is explained. And then you, Yogaishwarair. What is the meaning of Yogaishwarair? You are Yogaishwarair Atir Bhavatas Trilokyam. You are the Ishvara of all the yogis, all the mystic knowledge. You are the Ishvara of all the people who are having this mystic knowledge, mystics. You are the Trilokyam. You are the supreme in all these three lokas. So you have appeared. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains, if it is said that you, Krishna, appeared to minimize the burden of the earth, that Rama appeared to kill Ravana, that other incarnations appear to re-establish the principles of religion is well known. But is your destruction of the pride of the demons deluded with material knowledge or material knowledge not known? Yes, it is known. But no one is able to fully understand the cause of the Lord's advent, the purpose for which Lord appeared, the time when Lord will appear, how long he will stay. So this is how in this verse it has been said, Kwa vakatham vakati vakadeti. Very difficult to understand when at what time you are going to appear, how long are you going to stay. And when he appears, he kills the demons, that is known. It is not that it is unknown. It is seen by everyone. So Bhuman also refers to he is all-pervading personality with innumerable form. Bhagavan Ati Bhagyavan because he has all the qualities in full. So Lord is residing in everyone's heart, and by the influence of his Yogamaya power, he performs various pastimes that has been explained. The word Uti refers to the Lord's pastimes, beginning with his appearance, since your innumerable forms are all pervading, full with six opulences, not made of material elements, and are forms of the super soul. How then is it that your innumerable forms are simultaneously performing various pastimes within the three worlds for the pleasure of the devotees? In answer to this, it is understood that these innumerable forms of the Lord perform their pastimes by manifesting themselves at appropriate times according to the desire of his devotees and by the influence of his invincible Moyogamaya potency. So when Krishna appears, it has a purpose. Krishna has a purpose. Simultaneously, there will be many purposes resolved. Since there is no truth superior to Krishna, no one is able to realize his omnipotency. Although the Lord is absolute truth, he manifests his past tense within this material world. Yet he has not given the ability to fully understand the purposes for which he incarnates. It is not that he is going to explain why he has appeared. He is not going to explain that. He will appear, he will perform his pastimes, and then the people will start writing, oh, why Krishna appeared, oh, he appeared to kill Ravana and all these things. But when he appears, he's not going to tell and come. I'll be appearing for killing Ravana. No. That is all kept confidential when it comes, when it is shown at the time people understand. So he will not reveal it very openly. Like when Prabhu Ram appeared, he did not say that I have appeared to kill Ravana. No. As and when the time progresses, when the people see that when the Leelas happen, the Ravana is killed by Prabhu Ram, then people understand, oh, this is the purpose. Then they start writing. So who has the ability to know why Krishna Chandra incarnates? Kaun hetu Krishna Chandra kare avatara kara shakti ache tatve janite kahara? How can we understand why Krishna Chandra has appeared? Still, I am giving whatever reasons are described in the Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita. Here Vrindavan Das Thakur says, Tathapi Shri Bhagavate Gita Yatse Ye Kaya Taha Likhi Ye Nimitte Avatara Haya. Still I will tell. Very difficult to know, but still I will try to explain. People who are on the path of ascending knowledge try to find the cause of the activities of this material world. Thus, this material world is the effect of someone's actions is very difficult to comprehend. Yet the author appropriately explains the cause of all causes and is revealed by Krishna to Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita and in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the ripened fruit of the desired tree of Vedic literature. The author explains the cause of Lord's advent by following in the footsteps of Vedic literature, rather than by making his own personal endeavor. Srila Kaviraj Goswami, however, has ascertained that these causes are secondary and meant particularly for devotees following the processes of regulative devotional service. Kaviraj Goswami says these incarnations of Vishnu are Naimitaka or occasional incarnations. Krishna Kaviraj Goswami speaks about why Krishna appears because it is occasional. That means there are certain nimitta. There is certain Naimitikaha means there is a cause. There is a cause for his appearance. That cause may be unknown in the beginning, but afterwards it is known. But still here, Vrindavan Das Thakur says, I will try to find out. I'll try to give some reasons why Krishna appears. So the two verses 17th and 18th are the verses from Bhagavad Gita. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहं परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. So these are the two verses which has been put in the next two, that is 17th and 18th, for which this elaborate commentary which has been given by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So that we'll do on Monday. Tomorrow we'll have DC program, devotee care program. What has to be taken care? Our sadhana has to be taken care. When we say devotee care, actually you should not write DC, nobody understands. You should write devotee care program. In bracket we should write caring the sadhana of everyone. So we have to care our sadhana. That is why we are practicing. Every one of you should attend the program. It's take it as a mandatory program, compulsory program. Because sometimes we think, okay, we know many things, and small things we neglect. And those small things are actually the big things. If we know those things, it will be very easy to progress. What to be chanted when Lord is offered the bhogas, how to take the bhogas, how to enter the temple, how to sit, how to even wake up. These are the small things which has to be taken, which has to be nourished. And also the art of speaking. If we don't know to speak Krishna consciousness, then how are we going to transform the hearts of others? So in this program, everybody will be getting the opportunity to even speak. Though the schedule is put, we never go by the schedule. Because when the schedule is put, we find that those who are asked for, they don't join. Somebody else is joined and somebody else speaks very nicely. Okay. Any doubt?
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
बोलिए माताजी।
माता जी, भगवान का अवतार का कारण कोई एक कारण के लिए नहीं होता, वो बहुत सारे कारण के लिए आते हैं।
राम जी जब आए तो खाली क्या रावण के लिए आए? अहिल्या का उद्धार है। इतने सारे कारण, एक एक देखेंगे, बहुत सारे, कोई एक कारण नहीं होता है। एक मुख्य कारण होगा तो ये बहुत सारे अन्य कारण भी होते हैं।
ओके माता जी, हरे कृष्ण।
इसे भगवान बोलते नहीं है मैं क्यों आता हूँ। और प्रमुखः किसके लिए आते हैं? भक्तों को आनंद देने के लिए आते हैं, वो विरह का ताप को कम करने के लिए आते हैं। ये इम्पोर्टेंट कारण है। परित्राणाय साधूनाम विनाशाय च दुष्कृताम, ये सेकेंडरी। परित्राणाय साधूनाम, त्राण, और त्राण क्या है भक्तों को? अगर भक्त बोलता है मैं बहुत थक गए हूँ, काम करते करते थक गई हूँ, वो भक्त नहीं है। कभी कभी हम बहुत सारे काम करते थक जाते, तब हम सोचते हैं हमने बहुत सारा खाना बना लिया, बहुत सारा काम कर लिया, लेकिन भगवान को केंद्रित रख के करते हैं तब हम थकते नहीं। तो इसलिए जो भी भगवान के लिए सेवा करता है वो थकता नहीं है। भगवान उसके साथ बहुत अच्छी सुंदर सुंदर लीलाएं करते हैं। जैसे भगवान का अवतार होने का कारण, वैसे सखूबाई के पास क्यों आए? सखूबाई तो बहुत परेशान हो गई थी, उनके उनके जो परिवार में उनकी सास थी, ससुर थे, उनकी ननद थी, सब उनको परेशान करके रख देते थे। भगवान क्यों अवतरित हुए थे? सखूबाई को सहयोग करने के लिए, मदद करने के लिए। भगवान के बहुत सारे कारण हैं, भगवान की मर्जी, आना भी उनकी मर्जी है, भक्तों के साथ आदान प्रदान भी उनकी मर्जी है। स्वराट है, स्वराट यानी कंप्लीटली इंडिपेंडेंट, ही कैन डू व्हाटएवर ही वांट्स। और किसी का कोई प्रश्न?
हरे कृष्ण।
ओके, So we are going for an yatra after a long time. Hope all the devotees are ready to come in the June. शेड्यूल डालूंगी मैं. मैसूर जाएंगे. मैसूर बहुत सुंदर स्थान है और वहाँ मेलकोटे, खास करके मेलकोटे में इतनी सारी लीलाएं हैं भगवान के. कैसे भगवान आकर रामानुजाचार्य की गोदी में आके बैठ जाते हैं. दर्शन लेना भी, उनको शैल्व पिल्लई कहते हैं, वो दर्शन लेना, संपत कुमार, ब्रिटिश का नाम संपत कुमार, दर्शन लेना भी भाग्य का ये है. और रामानुजाचार्य के वहाँ डीटीज भी हैं. हम जनरली सोचते हैं वृंदावन ही जाएंगे. वृंदावन वृंदावन करते रहते हैं. अच्छी बात है, वृंदावन तो जाना है. क्या भगवान मैसूर में नहीं है? क्या भगवान आदि रंगा, जब हम जा रहे हैं सीवन समुद्र जा रहे हैं, श्रीरंगपटना जा रहे हैं, 3 रंगनाथ है. आदि रंगनाथ, अंत्य रंगनाथ, मध्य रंगनाथ. कहते हैं जीवन में तीनों रंगनाथ का दर्शन लेना चाहिए. जो श्रीरंगम में जो है वो आदि रंगनाथ है, शिवन समुद्र में जो है मध्य रंगनाथ है, और श्रीरंगपट्टनम में अंत्य रंगनाथ है. ये 3 रंगनाथ के जो डीटीज हैं उनका दर्शन लेना चाहिए. चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने तीनों रंगनाथ का दर्शन, जहां जहां चैतन्य महाप्रभु गए हैं वहां हमें दर्शन लेना चाहिए. मेलकोटे गए हैं तो यहाँ सब हमें जाना चाहिए. मेलकोटे स्थान बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट स्थान है, जिसे ज्ञान मंडपा भी कहते हैं. 4 मंडप हैं, 4 इम्पोर्टेंट स्थान है. श्रीरंगम है, तिरुपति है, कांची है और मेलकोटे है, जिसे ज्ञान मंडपा कहते हैं. और फिर हम जाएंगे चामुंडी हिल्स, चामुंडेश्वरी, दुर्गा जी जिन्होंने चामुंडा का रूप लिया. और ऐसे बहुत सारे स्थान हैं मैसूर में. जनरली हम मैसूर माने एक ही चीज देख के भाग के आ जाते हैं. मैसूर वृंदावन, वो भी गार्डन्स लेके जाएंगे. लेकिन बहुत सारे स्थान मैसूर में है. मैसूर दर्शन के लिए ही 10 दिन लगता है, लेकिन हम 4 दिन में 2 तारीख को जाएंगे, 3 तारीख को पहुंचेंगे, 4, 5, 6, 7 को निकल के 8 को आ जाएंगे. यही सब भक्तों से रिक्वेस्ट है, आइए यात्रा में. अकेले 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 यात्रा करने में कोई आनंद नहीं है. भक्तों के साथ यात्रा करिए और सीखने को बहुत मिलता है, तो करने का प्रयास करिए. हरे कृष्ण.